I got back from Popeyes. I got a 5-piece chicken tender combo and a Sprite. Okay, so you guys, I have a story time. It was about the time I spent at a church, and I was at this church for 3.5 years. Just as like a background, they kind of advertised themselves as a rehab, but they weren't, and it was like a Christian based thing, an Asian place. So yeah, I was there for a long time and it felt like prison. But also, just to give like a description of the place, the whole time I was there was about like 6 to 8 girls at any given moment, including the staff, one female staff, to maybe 40 guys. So yeah, it was like co-ed. So the 3rd floor was the girls' floor and the 2nd floor was the guys' floor. So this is supposed to be a place for drug addicts, but actually it wasn't. It was more like a shelter, a homeless shelter, if you want to think about it that way, but like for long-term stay. So I know there was this guy who was there for 10 years plus. Other people, a lot of people have been there in and out or just there the whole time for years, like 3+ years, 5 years, 7 years. It was crazy. And half of the people there were not in there for drug problems. They were in there for like mental problems, like psychological problems. They definitely should have, been in a hospital and be getting treatment. We should have been in a hospital too, but one of the girls that ended up coming in, she fell in that category of, she was kind of crazy. Like, so she just came out of jail or prison, I'm not sure which one. She just came out of prison for stabbing her mom. Her mom's okay though, by the way. But, obviously, like, she had nowhere to go. Her parents didn't really want her back home, so they took her to the church. This church was kind of like that, a place for unwanted children or children who are making too much trouble. And, adult children I'm talking about, like, the age range went from, I think the youngest person there at one time was some guy and he was like 18 or something like that. But the oldest ones that were there were maybe like in their 50s, I think even in their 60s. So a huge range. This girl, she was, I think, in her late 20s. But yeah, she ended up sleeping next to me on the bunk bed. So my bunk bed was here, facing this way like that, and her bunk bed was there. And she didn't like any of the girls. I don't know. She was not normal. She was not a normal person. I don't really know what her issue was, but she wasn't a normal she didn't behave in a normal way. And later on, she started going out with this guy. He was there because of, but kind of messes you up psychologically too, even if you've been clean for a while. So he was a little bit weird too. I mean, not weird, but like he didn't behave exactly in a normal way either. And for some reason, she thought that I don't know, she thought that like he was cheating on her with me or something. I don't really know why. Like, it came out of nowhere. I don't even really talk to this guy, so. But. And she slept right next to me, you guys. I was scared. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was really scared. I was freaking out, like. And. You know, she stabbed her mom. I don't really know what she stabbed her mom for, but that's pretty intense. So. I was freaking out. And so the staff, what they did was they just took away any sharp objects she had, which there wasn't really any regulations on that. But anyway, they took away sharp objects or whatever. But somehow she ended up getting a hold of scissors. And like one of these days, she snuck into the guy's room because the girls are not technically allowed in the second floor, like where they are. So she somehow got in there. She found that guy, her boyfriend, and she tried to stab him with scissors. I don't know where she got the scissors from, but yeah. Luckily, he wasn't like really sleeping, so he was able to kind of like block her off, like hold her the hand with the scissors. But he actually did get cut a little bit. It's not funny, but he got cut a little bit. And like she was crazy, you know. But they didn't break up. They did break up, like, but not because of that, and it was much later. But they ended up getting back together again, and I don't know. I don't know if they're still together now, but yeah, that was crazy. And her dad would come to the church every Sunday to visit. They would do sermons for the parents and for the kids too, like joint services, like church. And he heard about it, so, you know, she went to prison or jail or whatever for stabbing her mom before, and her dad didn't want her to go back to jail or prison. So what he ended up doing was he actually paid the guy off. I don't think he would have, honestly, I don't think he was going to report it or anything anyway. A lot of crazy things happened at that church. Like, people having guns in the church and shooting at the office. Like, I don't know, crazy things, like, traumatizing. But he gave her boyfriend money to, I guess, not report it. I don't know how much she got, but they called us inmates. When you're an inmate in there, you're technically not allowed to get cash directly from parents, because obviously some of us have drug problems, so you know what happens when we get money, right? So Yep. That was a story. Oh, and one time I was just sitting outside smoking a cigarette, and she was just standing next to me, and all of a sudden she got mad and hit me with her water bottle. I mean, it was only a plastic one, so it didn't hurt or anything, but I was shocked. I don't know. I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. Like, talking about it now, it's so crazy the things that have happened in there that I could laugh, but it really was traumatizing in there, you know. I thought I would never get out. And even the staff there, like, they were not equipped to handle people with severe mental problems, severe drug addictions. Like, we had no help from the staff. We had no programs, nothing to help us with our actual recovery. We were on our own. You know, I used basically the whole time I was there. And I was always getting in trouble, and nobody ever gets kicked out. And they called me a lifer. They said I would basically be there for life, you know? Just like that guy that I told you that was there for 10 years. Like, after being there for so long, 3.5 years, like, you really don't even know how to function. I don't know. It was crazy. There's so many things that have happened there. So many people, like, so many people have died, actually. Not in there, but, like, overdoses. People that I know that was in there with me at the time. Guys, I haven't had Popeyes in so long, and this is so good right now. But yeah, that was my spooky story, my spooky real life story. I guess it's not really scary, it's more like depressing. But it really does feel like real life horror. I would see shadow people and stuff. I mean, that was from the drugs, but almost done. Damn, this is really good. I love chicken tenders. So does anyone have any good ghost stories or anything? I love ghost stories. I'm so sad. This is my last bite, my last chicken tender bite. Some blackened ranch and some buffalo sauce. It's so good. I got Sprite. Okay. So, yep, that was it. That was my story. That was the food. Oh. It was super good. I wish I had some more chicken tenders right now, actually. Like maybe just 1 or 2 more. But yeah, that was everything, and I hope you enjoyed my story. Let me know if you guys want more stories, or if you would rather just like a silent eating video. Please comment and let me know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.